Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Needs of Children. Atmiya SSLC ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, the most expected 2023-24 SSLC model question paper has been released by Karnataka School Examination and Assessment Board. ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, in this video we are going to analyze the model question paper 2023 and 24 with question and answer. And one more thing, you have to keep it in your mind. ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷನೂ ಕೂಡ ಬ್ಲೂ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. By the way, this year it is not on the basis of blueprint. It is on the basis of chapter wise, content wise. So ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಏನು ಮಾಡಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದಿರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಪ್ರೊಪ್ರೈಟರಿ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, ತಾಲೂಕ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಗಳ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ದ ಮೋರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ವರ್ಕ್ ಔಟ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತಿನ ಆಗ್ತಾಡ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್. So we are going to start the analysis of the question paper from first main multiple choice question. As you are aware about that, first main it's a multiple choice question. There will be a 8 1-mark questions. Among that, first one, the treaty that ended Third Carnatic War. The 4 options: the Treaty of Paris, the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle, the Treaty of Pondicherry, the Treaty of Madras. The answer for this question, option C, the Treaty of Paris. This is the question. It is from history, advent of Europeans to India. So first lesson, that is advent of Europeans to India. You have to give the importance to this lesson. Let's move on to second one. Edmund Burke criticized the tax payment received by the British government from the East India Company as option A, indirect tax, B, criminal tax, C, direct tax, D, company tax. And the answer, option B, criminal tax. And this is the question from history, impact of British rule in India. So this question it is asked from the history, impact of British rule in India. Let's move on to question number 3. The agency of UNO formed with the aim of liberating world population from hunger. And the 4 options: World Health Organization, B, Food and Agricultural Organization, C, International Monetary Fund, D, World Trade Organization. And the answer is option B, Food and Agricultural Organization. Okay students, so this is the question from Political Science, World Organizations. Let's move on to question number 4. This is the question from Sociology, Social Challenges. The question, Article 24 of our Constitution prohibits option A, child marriage, B, female foeticide, C, child labor, D, female infanticide. Answer, option C, child labor. Next, question number 5. This is the question from Geography, India water resources. And the question, the river Mahanadi is no more regarded as the sorrow of Odisha because option A, Bakranangal project has controlled the floods, DVC project has controlled the floods, Hirakud project has controlled the floods, Kosi project has controlled the floods. And the answer is option C, Hirakud project has controlled the floods. So next question, it is from Geography, India minerals and power resources. At present, the export of mica from India is reducing because of A, alternatives for mica are available, B, increase of export duty, C, reduce in mica deposit, D, increase of production cost. And the answer option A, alternatives for mica are available. Let's question number 7. This is the question from Economics, Rural Development. And the question, the main objective of Indira Awas Yojana is option A, to provide employment, B, to provide housing, C, to strengthen the public distribution system, D, to increase literacy. The answer is option B, to provide housing. Question number 8, business studies, bank transactions. Question from this lesson, and the question is, the best bank account for Mrs. Banu to save money for her daughter's marriage in future from now is option A, savings bank, B, term deposit account, C, current account, D, recurring deposit account. And the answer option D, recurring deposit account. Here comes first main multiple choice questions come to an end. Second main, answer the following questions in a sentence each. Total 8 questions, each one carries 1 mark, 8 marks. Question number 9, who introduced the subsidiary alliance system? Okay, students, this is the question from history, the extension of the British rule. And the answer, Lord Welles. Question number 10, which was the newspaper started by Raja Ram Mohan Roy? This is the question from history, social and religious reform movements. The answer, Samvada Kaumudi. Next, question number 11. This is the question from political science, challenges of India and their remedies. And the question is, disarmament is essential for the present day world. Why? The answer, for the very preservation and continuation of our globe. Question number 12. This is the question from sociology, social stratification from this lesson. And the question, what is meant by prejudice? The answer, the opinion a person forms about another person or community even before he gets to know them. So next question, give an example for unpaid labor. This is the question from sociology, lesson work and economic life. The answer, an artist painting a picture for his own satisfaction. Even there will be more other examples are there. You can refer the textbook, that is from the lesson work and economic life for the unpaid labor examples. Let's question number 14. This is the question from geography, India, geographical position and physical features. And the question, why are North Indian plains called deposited plains? Answer, plain is formed by the deposition of alluvial soils brought by the Himalayan rivers. Next question, it is from economics, lesson rural development. And the question, what is the main objective of Suvarna Gramodaya Yojana? And the answer, to provide basic facilities. Let's second main last question, one word answer. Question number 16, it is from business studies, consumer education and protection. Here is the question, Harish purchased a new laptop, rupees 50,000. It broke 1 week. The laptop company did not consider his complaint. In which consumer forum he has to file the complaint? The answer, district forum. Here comes second main has come to an end. Let's move on to third main. Answer the following questions in 2 to 4 sentences, points each. There will be 8 questions are there. Each one carries 2 marks, total 16 marks. The question number 17 and this question number 17 it has a choice. So among that, choice number 1, explain the importance of women self-help groups. This is the question from sociology, collective behaviors and protests. And the answer, empowering the women socially, empower the women financially, increasing educational awareness. Women can lead an independent life, help the women to face the atrocities, help women to get their rights. And the choice number 2. This is the question from Sociology, Social Challenges. And the question, prohibition of dowry is very essential in India. Why? Dowry diminishes women's self-respect, dignity and stature. It leads to domestic conflicts. It also creates animosity between men and women. Due to this evil, immorality and violence increase. Family relationships suffer. Families of brides get oppressed under financial constraints. Greed for dowry is leading to deception in the name of marriage. In order to escape from the dowry menace, people are resorting to child marriage. Female foeticide and female infanticide are increasing. The number of divorces is also rising. Let's move on to question number 18. So this question number 18 also choice. Among that, choice number 1. How India is striving to uphold human rights. And this is the question from Political Science, World Challenges and India's Role. And the answer, India has always championed the cause of universal human rights. She has provided for fundamental rights in the Constitution itself and thereby played a vital role in throwing light on this issue. Even in UN General Assembly, India always upheld the cause of basic rights of human beings all over the world. And the choice number 2. This is the question from Political Science, World Organizations. And the question, World Health Organization plays a vital role in protecting world health. How? And the answer, in order to protect and improve health of mankind, World Health Organization was established in 1948. WHO strives to eradicate epidemics like cholera, plague, malaria, smallpox, etc. It fights against AIDS, cancer and similar global level health hazards. WHO is successful in eradicating smallpox from the world. In its agenda, there are issues like population explosion, environment protection, hunger and malnutrition. Let's move on to question number 19. And this is the question from History, Social and Religious Reform Movements. And the question is, Annie Besant is ever remembered in the history of India. Why? And the answer, Annie Besant, an Irish lady, started the activities of Theosophical Society in India and gave it new vitality. She aroused pride in Indian culture through her lectures. She attempted to establish equality, universal brotherhood and harmony in society. Next, question number 20. This is the question from History, the Freedom Struggle. And the question, explain the drain theory. Answer, Dadabhai Naoroji explained about the transfer of Indian wealth to England and called it as the drain theory. He maintained that encouraging imports and reducing exports created a situation unfavorable to India, leading to drain of wealth. Since India had to bear the burden of paying wages, pension and administrative expenses of British officials, a lot of wealth was flowing into England. Let's move on to question number 21. And this is from the Geography and the lesson India Seasons. And the question, Indian agriculture is a gamble with the monsoon. How? And the answer, the southwest monsoons control the agriculture of India, which is the main occupation of Indians. Failure of rainfall leads to drought. When the monsoons are heavy, there are floods. They also cause to destruction to life and property. Hence, it is said that Indian agriculture is a gamble with the monsoons. Let's move on to question number 22. So, this is from the lesson Geography, India, Land Use and Agriculture. And the question, explain the geographical factors required to grow paddy. And the answer, 25-degree temperature and 100 to 200 centimeters of annual rainfall are necessary for the growth of paddy. Fertile alluvial soil and clayey soil is most suitable for the cultivation of paddy. It requires standing water till the crop is ready for harvesting. Hence, flat land is required. Whenever rainfall is less, irrigation is necessary. Let's move on to question number 23. And this is the question from Economics, Public Finance and Budget. And the question is, justify that public finance is different from private finance. Yes, public finance, personal or private finance relates income and expenditure of one person or one family. Public finance relates to the income and expenditure of the government. In private finance, individuals calculate their income beforehand and then spend it accordingly. In public finance, the government calculates its expenditure first and then adjusts its income accordingly. Personal financial transactions are kept confidential. Public financial matters are discussed in the legislative houses. When an individual or a family saves money, it will supplement their prosperity. When the government saves money, growth is stunted. Hence, governments always try to show more expenditure on developmental works. Let's move on to question number 24. This is the last question from 2 mark. Explain the methods to be followed to file a complaint in the consumer court. Okay, students, this is the question from Business Studies, Consumer Education and Protection. And the answer, there is no prescribed pro forma to file a case. The complaint may be a typed one or handwritten. The complaint should include the name of the person, full address and telephone number. The person or organization against whom the complaint is made should be mentioned clearly with address. The particulars of the goods by which the loss has incurred and amount of loss should be specified clearly. The bill or receipt should be enclosed. There is no fees or stamp duty for the complaint. No advocate or lawyer is required. The consumer himself or herself can argue. That's it is come to 2 marks question and end. Third main. Let's move on to fourth main. Fourth main, answer the following questions in 6 sentences or points each. There will be a total 9 questions are there. Each one carries 3 marks and total 27 marks. And the first question, 25th question, explain how Martanda Varma checked the Dutch power. This is the question from history, the advent of Europeans to India. And the answer, Martanda Varma came to throne. He compiled an army of 50,000 soldiers to extend the border of Wayanad. He occupied the pepper growing areas. By this time, the Dutch who were trying to monopolize was defeated by Martanda Varma. He controlled the surrounding areas and made them to oppose the Dutch. The Dutch, with the help of provinces like Kayamkulam, Kochi, Parakkad and Vadakkunkur, attacked on Travancore. Raja Martanda defeated them and captured Nedumangala and Kottarakara trading centers. He also wrote a strong letter to the Dutch that he would never give up the trade rights of pepper to any foreigners. In 1741, the Dutch declared war on Travancore with Kottarakara province in the forefront. Some of the local provinces also joined the Dutch, but Martanda Varma's army strongly sent it back. The Dutch came back to Cochin, but with the help of Simhadi's forces, Dutch attacked Martanda Varma. 4 days serious battle took place from 10th August 1741 at Kolachal. Finally, Travancore army had to upper hand in the battle and 24 important officers of the Dutch were taken as prisoners. The Dutch suffered huge losses. After the battle, he did not keep quiet. He decided to root out the Dutch from India and established the trade rights of pepper in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. He also got back the ports which were in the control of. And students, here the 3-mark question, first one it has a choice. And the choice number first completed. Let's move on to choice number 2. Explain the effects of World War First. And this is the question from History, World Wars and India's role. And the answer, in 1919, the Alliance signed an humiliating Versailles Treaty. Austria, Hungary and the Ottoman kingdoms lost their identity. Germany lost most of its area. The map of Europe changed drastically. Many small independent nations came into being. With the intention of preventing wars in the future, the League of Nations was established. Let's move on to question number 26. Even question number 26 also it has a choice. Okay, question number 26, it is from Geography, India Forest Resources. And the question, list out the methods of conservation of forests in India. And the answer, cutting down dried up and observing trees which causes forest fires, protecting the forest trees against diseases, planting saplings, sowing seeds, gardening against illegal cutting of trees, avoiding grazing of domestic animals in forests, motivating people to plant saplings, creating awareness among people about trees and encouraging them to protect them, implementing the social forestry projects speedily and successfully. So, among that, second one, choice number 2, list out the factors influencing the localization of industries. And this is the question from Geography, India Major Industries. And the answer, industries are concentrated mainly in the areas of advantages, availability of raw materials, energy resources, market, transport facility, availability of labor, port facility, etc. are influenced on the location of industries. Besides, the location of industries is also influenced by land availability at low cost, technology and government policies. In addition to the factors influencing the location of industries vary from one type of industry to another. 27 also it has a choice. Among that, choice number 1. This is the question from Economics, Economy and Government. Here is the question. Explain the factors that led to Green Revolution. Answer. Growing crops using high-yielding grains involves providing specific nutrients, regulated supply of water and protection from diseases. Hence, the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides and irrigation facilities was also initiated with the use of high-yielding variety seeds. Irrigation facilities were expanded. Choice number 2. So this is the question from Economics, Rural Development. And the choice question number 2. Explain the role of Panchayat Raj institutions in rural development. Answer. Panchayat Raj institutions play a major role in enabling the rural people to participate in rural development. They can help to provide the rural community with basic facilities of roads, drains, drinking water, street lights, toilets, school and hospital buildings, market yards, etc. Through encouragement of primary and middle school education, adult education, technical and occasional training and expansion of health and hygiene facilities. Panchayat institutions have striven to develop human resources too, can provided to the people through nurturing the rural productive activities of agriculture, cattle rearing, poultry, fishery, social forestry, etc. Various programs like Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, MGNREGP, Swarna Jayanti Gram Swaraj Gar Yojana, SGSY, etc. for generation of employment and alleviation of poverty can be implemented effectively through Panchayat institutions. Let's move on to question number 28. Even question number 28 also choice number 1. This is the question from business studies, bank transactions lesson. Question number 1. Choice number 1. Post offices provide a lot of services to public. Explain. Post Office Savings Bank, National Savings Certificate, Kisan Vikas Patra, monthly recurring deposits, postal life insurance, pension payment, money transfer, etc. The Postal Department is promoting a capital investment of rupees 1000 crores for the bank transactions. It will be set up as a subsidiary with the Postal Department. And the choice number 2, this is the question from Business Studies, lesson entrepreneurship. And the question, explain the characteristics of an entrepreneur. Answer, creativity, innovation, dynamism, leadership, team building, achievement motivation, problem solving, goal orientation, risk taking, decision making, commitment. Question number 29. This is the question from history, opposition to British rule in Karnataka and Wadiyars of Mysore. And the question is, explain the achievements of Krishnaraja Wadiyar IV. And the answer, he abolished fees in all primary schools to develop primary education. He helped girls' education. He started the University of Mysore and also started a scholarship to the students continuing education in foreign countries. In 1905, the Indian Institute of Science was established at Bengaluru with the help of Tata. Special attention was given to the development of irrigation. A barrage was constructed across Kaveri River near Belagura. New railway lines were laid. Many small and large-scale industries were started. Among them, the iron and steel factory, cement factory, paper mills at Bhadravati, sugar factory at Mandya, sandal oil factory at Mysuru, soap factory at Bengaluru, chemical and fertilizers factory at Belagura, and so on. Legislative Council was formed, which was a great step in the legislative measures. Let's move on to question number 30. This is the question from history, India after independence. And the question, what were the problems faced by India after independence? Many problems cropped up along with independence. Many questions like rehabilitation of refugees, communal riots, formation of government, integration of various provinces, production of food, development of agriculture, growth of industries, etc. had to be dealt with. Let's move on to question number 31. This is the question from India's relationship with other countries from the political science. And the question, relationship between India and China have strained in recent days. Why? Answer, China has annexed Tibet against India. In 1962, China invaded India and won the war. China's claim over Arunachal Pradesh, one of our states, is a significant issue of Indo-China relations. Maoists' terrorism in the form of Naxalism in India is also casting a shadow on our mutual relations. Our border is also not finally demarcated. As such, there is no well-settled international border, IB, but we do have only line of actual control, LAC. Even nuclear threat, foreign trade challenges, military advancements in border areas are some of the issues which strain our relations with China. Let's move on to question number 32. The Himalayas are advantageous to us, explain. This is the question from geography. India geographical position and physical features. And the answer for this question, the Himalayan mountains have influenced the life of Indians to a greater extent. They provide protection to India by obstructing the cold winds from the Siberian regions. They are the birthplace of many rivers. They facilitate hydroelectric power generation. They are the home of many types of plants and animals. They are a great treasure house of minerals and are also significant for tourism and religious centers. Let's move on to 3-mark question, last one, that is question number 33, and this is the question from sociology, work and economic life. And here is the question. Unemployment is a serious social malady, justify. And the answer, unemployment leads to poverty, ill health, crimes, corruption, family disintegration, cheating, deception, robbery, prostitution, etc. So this is a serious social malady. Okay, let's move on to 5th main. Answer the following questions in about 8 sentences each. There will be 4 questions. Each one carries 4 marks. Total 16 marks. And here comes question number 34. And this is the question from history, the freedom struggle. And the question is, the role of Subhash Chandra Bose in the freedom struggle of India is a milestone, justify. And the answer, the most prominent among the revolutionary fighters of India was Subhash Chandra Bose. He was popularly called Netaji. Subhash Chandra Bose was engaged in the attempts to organize Indians settled abroad and equip them for fighting against the British. He travelled to Vienna, Berlin, Rome, Istanbul and other countries and inspired the Indians there to support their motherland. The rise of communism and socialism in Europe influenced the Congress in India and led to certain changes. Socialist leftist ideology affected many people in the Congress too. In this backdrop, Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose established the Congress Socialist Party in 1934. He became the president at Haripur session of the Indian National Congress. Netaji left the Congress and established a separate party called Forward Bloc. Ras Bihari Bose has established the military wing of Indian Independent League at Tokyo and named it Indian National Army. Later, he gave up the leadership of INA to Subhash Chandra Bose. At this juncture, Subhash Chandra Bose gave the call, Delhi Chalo. He urged the Indians, give me blood, I will give you freedom. In the midst of this, Subhash Chandra Bose died in a plane accident. And this first question, it has a choice. And the choice number 2, this is the question from history, the lesson, the impact of the British rule in India. And here is the question, the British education system attitudes, justify. The British education system created a new generation of Indians with progressive attitudes, justify. And the answer, the Indians could develop modernity, secularism, democratic attitudes and rationality along with nationalistic ideals. Impetus was received for the local literature and languages. This facilitated unity in thinking process among the educated class. Periodicals started emerging. These scrutinized the policies and working of the government, which in turn enabled the Indians to have critical opinions on various issues. New social and religious reformation movements emerged. The thoughts of thinkers like J.S. Mill, Rousseau and Montesquieu brought fresh thinking in the mind of educated youth of India. The freedom struggles that were taking place across the globe influenced the Indians also. Indians could understand and appreciate their rich tradition. So in this way, the new thinking and cultural perception that emerged due to the British education system created a new generation of Indians with progressive attitudes. Let's move on to question number 35. So this is from the lesson The History, the First War of Indian Independence 1857. The question, explain the reasons for the failure of the revolt of 1857. And the answer, the First War of Independence of 1857 failed due to various reasons. The movement did not spread the whole country. This struggle was intended to protect the interests of a few rather than getting freedom from the country. Instead of being an organized struggle, it erupted due to certain unexpected reasons. The unity among the British forces and lack of it among the Indian soldiers also led to the failure. There is no proper direction or proper leadership. In addition, there was lack of strategy, expertise among the soldiers, effective leadership, discipline and direction. Many provincial kings, on account of their loyalty to the British, did not support the struggle. The people lost confidence in the soldiers due to their arson and looting. The question number 36. This is the question from Political Science, the lesson Challenges of India and their Remedies. And the question is, how can the status of women be improved? To answer, to improve women's education and development, government has started Women and Children Development Department. Through this, health, education, social status of women are improved. Women education, Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, Dowry Prohibition Act, etc. are there for the empowerment of women. Government of Karnataka has implemented Stree Shakti program for the development of rural women. There is a program of loan and subsidy for women self-employment. Mahila Mandalas, Yuvati Mandalas, Stree Shakti organization, self-help groups and women cooperatives help for all-round progressive of women. Women Commission at national and state level have been constituted to enquire the cases of women and impart justice to them. There is an effort to have the reservation for women from Panchayat to Parliament. In Karnataka, already 33% reservation has been implemented for women in local governments. Even in government jobs, women reservation has been provided. Let's move on to question number 37. The last 4-mark question. This is from Geography, the lesson The India Natural Disasters. And the question is, cyclones are destructive. Justify this statement. Answer, cyclones are very destructive. Sometimes the life of the people of cyclone hit areas gets totally changed. They cause a large scale deaths. Ocean tides inundate the inland water bodies and make them salty. Crops get totally destroyed. Transport links, electricity supply and the daily life of the people get affected badly. Cyclone hit areas suffer from infectious diseases leading to huge casualties. So here comes 4-mark question. It is come to an end. The last main, that is a skill based question, map. Draw an outline map of India and mark the following. Okay. Among that, the 4 places it has been given. So let's move on to the first one, Govinda Sagar. Govinda Sagar, it is located in Bakranangal Multipurpose River Valley project. So this is the place asked from Geography, India, Water Resources. Map skill, it is from all the questions from the Geography, and among that the lesson you have to concentrate India, Water Resources. And next one, Bombay High, and this is, it's a deposition of petroleum products, and this is from the lesson India, Mineral and Power Resources. And next, C, 82.5 degree east longitude. 82.5 degree east longitude, and even Indira Point, option D, Indira Point. So both the questions, it is from India, geographic position and physical features. Both they are asked from geographical position and physical features. Okay, you have to concentrate among these lessons. This year it is not on the basis of blueprint, it is basis on the content, so that you have to work it on more and more question papers. So follow up the question paper. So how many question papers you will be going to solve, it will be very helpful for you to get the good marks in SSLC. I hope you have understood the concept what we have discussed till now. In case if you have any doubts, you can comment in the comment box. I will solve your doubts. I will come back with the next video. Until, keep watching my channel. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you in the next session. Bye bye. Take care.